favorite loading technique for when you have two bikes in the bed of your truck. This works in a 6.5 foot box, and this is an F-150. This is a 2016. This method also worked on my 2007, and I've also seen this work on Dodge and Chevy trucks, but you'll need to check your truck and make sure that this method can work. So you're gonna start with both bikes straight in, and what you're going to do to secure the tailgate, rather than, I've seen some people use the cable here or just leave it down, but those are both bad ideas because it's not going to secure it, and it has the potential to bounce around. It even has the potential to fall off entirely, which has happened to people I know who they are and will remain nameless. What you're going to do in this method is take a fifth tie down after the bikes are both tied down. And what you're going to do is on the hitch of the tailgate, you're going to take this and snap it down. And then you are going to lift this up. And this tie down, it helps to use one that's kind of older, that might have the rubber worn off of the hook, because it'll fit in there a little bit better. And you just clip it in and tighten it. You can tighten this against the rear tires, and it's also going to use the spring on the foot peg to help keep it secure. So that way it's not going to bounce around on the road, and it'll stay in place until you're ready to unload. And at that point, all you do, pop this off and it comes right off. So there are a couple things you want to also remember if you're going to use this method. First of all is, if you were going to remove the tailgate of the truck, this is pretty much the exact angle that you would remove it at, and it just kind of lifts out, which means that it could actually hit a bump and pop out. So before you're going to do this method, you need to just add a little hose clamp, $2.99 at Home Depot, and here is where you're going to put it, right down here on the tailgate hinge. And I actually have two in place, but if you're familiar with how the tailgate attaches on a truck, you know you only actually need one on the passenger side minimum. Another pointer when using this technique is to have the tie down on the passenger side with the cleat forward instead of on this side, because if this cleat is back here, it's going to rub on the bed of the truck, and you don't want a raw spot right there. Also, the reason that I use the tie down on the passenger side and not on the driver's side is because of the way that the tailgate, the hooks go. On the passenger side here, this hook goes up. On the driver's side, the hook goes down. And you can see there's a little gap here that is almost the width of the tie down. So I think there's less of a chance of it coming loose on the passenger side. Do want to say I've never had an instance where any of them have come loose, but I just think it's a smarter choice to put this on the passenger side. So why do you want to have your tailgate up instead of just leaving it down? Well, there's several reasons why. You don't want debris getting kicked up from the road that's going to damage your tailgate. You also don't want to damage your camera. And also at this angle, it's high up enough, and this is a wide enough angle of a lens that I can still, when I'm backing up, still use that backup camera. So it's very useful. And then it also doesn't scream at you when you're backing up because it thinks something is in your way. This is a great technique that I've used for many, many years, and this has never failed me, knock on wood. So tell your friends.